All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And yeah, as you can see, the title for this lesson, the question now is, how will you survive what's coming? And this is the title that came to me this morning. I was meditating. I was reading an article as well, and saw a couple of videos that were dealing with that was actually done by different farmers. And in the videos, they were mentioning that one of them in particular was a woman, and she was saying she had a conversation with this lady, and she was basically explaining to the lady that the food prices that you're seeing right now are not the actual prices. Like, it's not gonna stay that way. Okay, it's gonna go higher. And the lady she was telling was just, not she wasn't trying to have it, right? She wasn't trying to hear that. Partly could have been denial, partly ignorance, maybe a little bit of both. But basically, the lady was telling her, look, the farmer, she was telling the other lady and explaining on the video that the cost for the farmers to get the necessary materials and ingredients needed to put the products, right, the food, all right, into the earth, and then at some point when the time comes of harvest to get it out of the earth, is very expensive. Okay, and those are for crops, but they also have to deal with cattle and livestock. And all of these things are becoming super, super, super expensive to do. I believe she said that there was one farmer who has to pay nearly, if not more, or around $8,000 a month just to feed his cattle, feed his livestock, right? So, in essence, on a very, very layman overview breakdown, the reason that we see prices go up is because when we talk about the chain, right, the process from which food gets from one place to another, I'll take number one, right? Let's speak on this. When you have something that's rare, of course it costs more, but another cause for high prices of things is also how much work does it take, or how difficult, or how much extra do I have to go in order to get this item or resource to you, right? Take a stone. If you have a stone and you have a piece of gold brick or a gold block or whatever it is, clearly the gold is more valuable than the stone. Okay, but taking away just the metals, right, the attributes and that they come with, but just looking at them from a standpoint of availability, gold, in order to get gold into the form that we all like and use, that takes a long process and is very, costly, as opposed to a rock that you could just go down the street and see one on the floor and pick it up. Okay, so say that say I am a damn, how do I put it? All right, say I deal with materials, right? I'm the source. I give you cotton, I give you the materials you need to do whatever it is, right? And you have a factory, or yeah, you have a factory that buys these materials. Okay, they buy the cotton, right? They buy all these other materials that they need, and this is a factory that makes sweaters. Okay, they make sweaters, knitting sweaters, whatever the case may be. Okay, and then after they make it, they send it off to the stores where you are gonna go and buy from. So I'm gonna give a little example. If I, who am producing these materials for you, and let's just deal with cotton, right? I'm producing cotton to you, right? I say that, all right, I'm gonna sell this cotton to you for $5, just for one piece. We'll just go with that. $5 for one piece. You're the factory, right? Let's deal with you. You say, I want to get into the business of making sweaters because I know how to make sweaters, and I know where to get some cotton. And so if I do that, then I can make some money. when you go to buy the cotton, right, and you make one sweater, you now have to say to yourself, okay, in order to make a profit, in order to make money off of this, I need to calculate how much did the cotton, right, which are the materials that I need to make the sweater, how much did that cost me? Okay, that cost me $5. Cool. Well then, I'm gonna make this this sweater, right? And I'm gonna sell this sweater for $7. That way, I can make a $2 profit. Because that way, when I sell it for $7, the $5 that I spent is covered, right? And then I have an extra $2 that is gonna come with me. That's additional money coming to me, right? So that's my profit. Cool. So that means that when I go to the cotton guy, he sells me cotton for $5. I come, I make a sweater, I sell it for $7. You go to the store, right? Or, you know, I'll send it to the store. They'll get it from me, right? They'll place an order, and then I'll send it to them. You go to the store, you're gonna go pay whatever price it is over there, right? Because the store might say, I want to make profit too, right? So the store is gonna say, all right, I'll buy it off of you for $7, and then I'm gonna sell it to the customers for $14. So that's how the store makes their money. So you go to the store and you're like, oh wow, this is a nice sweater. It cost me $14. Cool. So now let's deal with why is it that maybe next time you may go to the store, the sweater that cost $14 now cost, I don't know, $21. Why? How does that happen? Okay, cool. Let's take it back to the root. Let's take it back to the source, the guy who gives us the cotton. So I buy the cotton to make the sweaters, right? I'm the factory. So the guy who makes the cotton says, yo, things are getting tough out here. I can't sell this cotton to you for $5 anymore. So now I'm gonna start selling the cotton to you for $8. I'm like, shit, $8, damn, bro, cool. He raises the price that he's giving me the cotton to, or the cotton for, to $8. I now need to pay $8 to this guy to get the same cotton that I was getting before, right? Instead of $5, I'm paying $8 now. That's $3 extra. So now I say, okay, since I had to pay $8 to get this, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sell it for $10. I'm gonna sell the sweater that I make, the sweater that I used to sell for $7, I'm gonna sell that same sweater for $10. Why? Because when I sell it for $10, it can cover that $8 that I had to pay for the materials, and I'll still get my $2 in profit. So I have to sell it for $10. Now the store that's gonna sell these is saying, shit, you charging me 10 instead of 7? Cool. I'm gonna buy it from you for $10, but now guess what? Instead of selling it for $14, I'm now gonna sell it to the customers at $20. So in essence, the customer now goes to the store and he's like, yo, I really like that sweater that I got last time. I want to come and get another one for my family member or a friend. And then you come back and the same sweater now goes from $14 to $20. And you're like, yo, hold up, $20? What? How? It was just $14. But now you understand that when you see, because you may have, the customer may have seen on TV, oh, resources getting scarce, cotton, you know, is getting, you know, more difficult to get. And they're like, yeah, cotton, okay, what the hell am I gonna do with that? But they don't realize that that's why when they go to the store, that sweater now costs $20 instead of $14 that it cost before. Okay? So, relating this back to the example I gave, that farmer was trying to tell the lady that, look, we had to pay more to get these same resources. That means that we're going to sell it, or whoever is getting it from us is going to have to pay more. And when they have to pay more, guess what? They're not going to lose money. They're going to now push that extra price onto you, the consumer. Okay? They're going to say, look, if I have to pay more for this, you're going to need to pay me more so I can get my money back and make my profit. That's number one. Another factor to add in is that now when I'm buying the cotton, right, from this guy to make the sweaters, I may not be getting enough, right? I may not be able to buy as much as before. So now I'm going to be pricing these sweaters high, but I'm going to be making less sweaters. And then I'm going to still sell it to the factory. So now you like, yo, I came to the store, right? The sweater cost $20. I decided, you know what? I'm going to go home. I'm not buying it today. I came back the next day ready to buy it. And it's not there anymore. So now you have that shortage and you have the increase in price, because when these people, right, in the chain, if at any point in this chain, prices go up, it goes up everywhere because it has to balance out. The difference in between has to remain the same. Okay? It has to remain the same. That means that if we are both running and you're five feet ahead of me, it doesn't matter if I've ran 100 miles, you're going to be 5 feet ahead of me. Okay? And it's going to stay that way. So that difference needs to remain the same to balance it out. But the point is, the lady she was telling apparently wasn't trying to hear it. Like a lot of these people, it hasn't hit people yet. All right, now I'm leading into the title of this lesson. It hasn't hit people yet. Reality hasn't caught up to them yet. So, you know, they're still going about doing whatever it is they're doing, but it hasn't really dawned on them that, hey, we're actually living in a collapse of society, that soon you're not going to be able to find these items. And if you do, the prices are going to be out through the roof where you can't even afford it. All right? That hasn't dawned on people yet. And when it does is when you're going to see the panic really setting in. Slack here. All right? That's when you're going to see the panic really setting in, because now people are going to be like, oh, shoot, yo, whoa, what's going on? And they're going to try to move fast, and everybody's going to try to do pretty much the same thing. Because, for example, when you have a storm is coming and there's an alert, why do you think that when you go to the store, the shelves of water and flashlights and all that is empty? Because everybody has the same idea, which is, oh, let me go grab something before the next person. Oh, let me go grab something, the storm is coming. Everybody has the same idea. So you want to be ahead of the crowd, right? If you knew ahead of time a storm was coming, you want to go and get your stuff before everybody else rushes in there, right? Because it's less chaotic. You know, people in their heads, they're like, why is this guy doing that? But anyway, let's start getting into some of these scriptures right here. Salakia, you know, for that long intro. But the title of the lesson is, the question now is, how will you survive what's coming? And that's a very serious matter that we ought to keep in mind. Because what's coming is really, if you want to put it in a nutshell, is death. The food factories and, you know, the food supply that's deliberately being taken out is so that they can reduce the population. The goal of all of this is to actually bring a lot of death, because that cuts down how many people are on the earth. All right, that's a part of the agenda. So you have I saw recently they said like over 3,000 or so, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere around there, cows just died of the heat over there. And the video, you just see the cows, just mad cows just dead. You know, it's like you realize that you get your beef and all that from cows, right? So you know, but once again, it hasn't hit them yet. So I want to start off here with the book of 2nd Esdras, because ultimately the Heavenly Father Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, are behind these things that are happening, and that the other things that are getting ready to happen. Okay, so this is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 8, verse 50, and it says here, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world. And this is why when you read Revelation 12 and 12 and 2nd Esdras 15 and around 12 down, 12, 13, 14, 15, somewhere in there, the scriptures say that woe to the world and them that dwell therein, right? That's either, I'm either quoting Revelation 12 right now, or I'm quoting 2nd Esdras 15, but both of them speak about the same thing, about woe to the world. Okay, so as it says here, 2nd Esdras 8 and 50, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. So what are some examples of these great miseries? Famines. All right, and famines lead to a lot. A famine alone can lead to a societal collapse. as it has before in history. Okay, because famine ultimately leads to anarchy and chaos. Look at what's going on in Sri Lanka, right? It leads to cannibalism. It leads to death. It leads to diseases. So it brings a lot of things, but that's just one of the plagues. Darkness, okay? They have this energy shortage that they keep harping on. Oil, gas, okay? All of these things and many more to come, because you have certain miseries that are like a result. They pop out after other things happen. So it's gonna happen to those that dwell in the world because they have walked in great pride. Yeah, because a lot of these people, even to this very time, when you try to warn them, they still have that they move with pride, meaning that they don't humble down and take heed to what you're saying. They don't take it seriously. And when it hits, a lot of people are gonna get caught up in it. See, death is not a light thing, but people are gonna be forced to go through that. All right, on a massive level, on a mass scale. Miseries. We're talking about traumatic events. Okay, we're talking about pain. We're talking about just things that'll make you go crazy. Literally, things that'll make you go. In the TV show The Walking Dead. When you watch the TV show The Walking Dead, in like the earlier seasons, there was a character. He was a Jake, and I think his name was Morgan, if I'm not mistaken. And in the beginning, when the zombie apocalypse happened, he was with his wife and his son. And I think his wife got infected, right? She ended up turning into one of those. And he would watch her with his sniper, and the zombie form. You could see he was really hurting. And then I don't remember too much. I don't know if his son died or his son got turned as well and it was left with just him. But for a period in time, he had just like his mind wasn't there because he had suffered such grief, right, of losing his closest loved ones, the ones that he probably swore to himself and them that he would protect, and losing them and seeing what they became. That messed up his mind. All right, to the point where he was, I think there was a scene where he was just by himself in some area, and I forgot who it was that went to find him and try to talk to him. But it's like he was just on some kill shit. That's it. That was his attitude. Just damn near kill all the zombies in the world. All right. Oh, okay. The wife bit the son. Okay, Khan. All right. So that's what happened. The water. Right. So that grief that hit him, he didn't know how to handle that. His mind couldn't take that. Like you see certain TV shows, somebody, a loved one, right, that's close to somebody dies, and they just like they don't know how to react. They're just like, and they just start bugging out. And that's going to be happening to a lot of people in this time because they're not going to know how to deal with the things that are happening. Because number one, they didn't prepare. Right? They didn't prepare for these miseries because they were walking in great pride. So verse 51 says, "But understand thou for thyself, and seek out the glory of such as be like thee." See? Because in 2nd Esdras, I think it's the 9th chapter, the angel also tells Ezra, don't worry about how the ungodly are going to be punished and when, but rather inquire how the righteous are going to be saved. See? So we understand for ourselves what time it is. So that's why we encourage each other, all right, in the spirit to, keep going and serving Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, okay, to where it's pleasing unto him. Because in that case, in that way, you may be able to be delivered and your household. That's what Paul told the centurion. Believe on the Lord and you and your house may be delivered. All right, Dow drops nearly 600 points. That's great. That's beautiful. Keep dropping. All right. So moving on to the next precept here in the book of Jeremiah, because this is the thing now. A lot of people are seeing what's actually happening in the world right now. A lot of people are, it's starting to, for some, of course, it hasn't hit them yet, but they are seeing it. And they are seeing in their minds, like, this shit is being spoken about on mainstream media. Now, we're talking about things that when we were prophesying about these things years ago, it sounded insane because, bro, where, you know what I'm saying, what are you talking about? What food famines? How do you see the stores? Do you see the world today? How and when and why would a famine hit? You know, a pestilence, disease. What are you talking about? Quarantines and FEMA camps? Why? How is that going to play? Look at how everything is good. People are good. We going to work. We're doing our thing. What's the problem? World War III, ain't nobody mad at each other because they were in that state of, you know, that's why you had people making fun of, you know, starting with the elders and apostles, the the martial law and the FEMA camps and Jacob's trouble. Because when they started prophesying of those things, people were looking like, bro, look around you. What, how, and when, what are you talking about? But now you're starting to see that those things that were prophesied, because the Spirit of the Lord was and is on those men to say those things. Now the world is starting to see those same things being spoken about mainstream, those same things coming to pass. Now the world is starting to see the causes. I always say this, that the prophecies that we read are effects. The prophecies that we read are, this happens, this happens, this happens. And we believe it, but a lot of people, they want to see what is causing it. And when they're not able to see that right away, they say, no, ain't no way that's going to happen. Okay, but now the world is starting to see, when we say the MOTB is coming out, they can start to believe that now because they're seeing what is going to cause that to happen. When we say that famines are coming, they're starting to believe that now because they're starting to see what is going to cause that effect. See? But we've been warning you about these things for years. And hey, and this is, you got women that, families, women, they have kids left and right. You know, multiple kids. You constantly see people pushing strollers and walking with their infants and all of that. And sometimes you can just tell by looking at them how are you, I mean, if you're even struggling now to take care of a child, how are you going to be able to make it through these times that are going to come? How will you survive what's coming? You know, sometimes you can just see it on their faces. Yeah, you're going to be, you look like the type who would eat your child, because you look like the type who doesn't care about anything. When things get desperate, you wouldn't care about anything or anyone but yourself. You wouldn't sacrifice at all. If anything, you'd sacrifice them for you. And you can see that on the faces of a lot of these individuals that walk by. Like, when shit goes south, they will turn on whoever it is that's around them. Either sell them out, kill them, you know, push them to the trouble so they can escape. They'll do that. Okay? A lot of these men are not actual men. They'll push their, you know what I'm saying? Like, instead of protecting, they'll push you to the trouble so that you can buy them some time to run or to escape or whatever. Okay, a lot of individuals now, if you were in a chase, if you all had to flee, you all had to run, they wouldn't look back and be, oh shit, where you at? And actually come back for you, knowing that there's danger behind them. They'd rather just keep on moving and deal with the guilt. But to come back and risk their own life, they wouldn't do that. Because that's gonna get real out here. And it's gonna be real in all spectrums and all aspects. Because, like, imagine that. You expect that this person, every day, oh, I love you, baby. Oh, yeah, oh, wow, we love each other, yada, yada. And then, hold up, I love you, babe, but, you know what I'm saying? I got caught somewhere, I'm screaming, I'm asking for help, and you gone. People are going to be in shock. They're going to be in shock when, like, you look at, like, say from a woman's perspective, right? You know, y'all all running, and maybe some dude grabs her up. That's it. Okay. So some dude grabs her up, or she, you know, her, maybe, I don't know, there's some danger coming, a wild animal or some shit, or some people just coming, or she gets caught on a fence or something, and she's screaming your name because you may be faster than her, you may be ahead, and she's calling you, oh, please help. And imagine from her perspective, seeing you turn around, make eye contact, look her dead in the face, hesitate, and then run, keep running and turn around. Or you just not even turning around at all. And now, if it's a dude that grabbed her, he took her away, if she got caught on the fence, the wild animal or whatever gets her, imagine that. or if she just barely manages to escape, you know, imagine how messed up in the head she gonna be, because she's petrified, scared as shit. And then now it's like you get that sense of, damn, you completely on your own. Because look, this is why we say put your trust in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, because you don't know. I did a video yesterday on praying for a heavier spirit, and I went into how they were talking about how hunger can alter your preferences and your decision making in an unpredictable way. So what that means is you don't know how somebody you think you know is going to react in certain situations. So you cannot put it in your mind that I know this individual, they got my back, you know, they're going to do this and that and that. That might not be the case. Okay? That may not be the case. Brother said, reminds me of that movie 28 Days Later, when the husband left the wife. Oh, I haven't seen that, but I'll put it on the list. You know, I'll check it out. You know, 28 Days Later. A lot of movies I got to watch. But yeah, I definitely check it out. But hey, then I guess that's a good example in itself right there. Okay? Because things like that are going to be happening, and this people are going to, I'm telling you, reality is going to set in hardcore, man. Hardcore. And that question, how are we going to survive this, is going to be what's number one on people's minds. And rightfully so, man. Because people are too caught up in this society, in this world, that they're so caught up in this world that they forget that life is not just about money. Life is not just about women. You know, life is not just about having you know, luxury and comfortable. No, like at the core of all of that, you got to survive, right? You got to live. And these people forget that, you know, they think that because the society has programmed them to think in a way of just, you know, artificial everything. You know, no, I gotta run through this college and get this degree, and if I gotta take the, hold up, what's this? I was checking the breaking news notification, but I gotta run through this degree, and I gotta sell out, or I gotta take this V, or I gotta take this Karagma. And they've been programmed to think that that's how you survive. They think that's what survival is. Survival is, I gotta do whatever it takes to make it in this society. That's what they think survival is. But guess what? That's not survival. People's mindset is going to go from college degree, getting a good job, buying a house, starting a family, to, yo, this stomach needs food in it. Yo, who's going to, you know, who in the group is going to step out and go make that food run? Because it's so dangerous now that if you step out, you might not come back. You run the risk of not returning back to the group. See? People are not thinking about these things. That's the stupidity of these people, and it's frustrating, really, because it's like, how ignorant can you actually remain in the midst of all of these things going on, of everything happening right now? This is what you're worried about? That, you see, that's the reaction these people give when you actually hear their conversations, or you hear the kind of things they say. You think to yourself, yo, so hold on, there's a famine coming. They getting ready to lock you up, throw Karagmas on you. They bringing a whole nother demic. Look, I did a video on it, and I'm telling you that if they go according to that simulation, ending of this year, beginning of next year, they're going to push that MP, the monkeypox, heavy. Okay? They're going to push it. They're going to tell you how cases are skyrocketing, and we need to, and this time, they're going to enforce more heavy lockdown measures, because if I'm not mistaken, WHO now has the power. I didn't see any official document as a result of what happened with their vote to give WHO the power, but it would, you know, I guess you can assume, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but you can assume that they have that power now. And they started, oh, it's not something you got to worry about. It's only in sodomites, and you know, it doesn't spread like that. They're going to come out and tell us bioengineered. Like, these are the cover stories they're going to give you. You know, it's bioengineered. Oh, it's this. And then, oh, the cases are going, oh, this is definitely worse than the CVPD we just went through. This has a higher mortality rate. People are actually dying. So you think to yourself, wait, so all these things are getting ready to happen. They're talking about blackouts and all of these things. And you sitting here telling me about some drama? You sitting here telling me about freaking Rihanna and Kim Kardashian? What's wrong with you? You know, what the hell is going on through your head, man? Where have you been? But hey, that's it. That's it. The Dow drops 700 points. Keep dropping. We watching you. Keep dropping. Anyway, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 19. And it says, behold, a whirlwind of the Lord is gone forth in fury. Why? Because the Lord is upset. The Lord is angered, and he's displeased with the behavior of the inhabitants of the earth. So it says here, Jeremiah 23:19, because behold, a whirlwind of the Lord is gone forth in fury, even a grievous whirlwind, it shall fall grievously upon the head of the wicked. And yeah, the ultimate wicked is Esau, but you're gonna have our people that are gonna fall in there as well, that are gonna feel this judgment. Okay, that's right. GMS Spiritual Arc 144K, 2nd Ezra 15:5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And why is this going to happen? Verse 6, for wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore, saith the Lord, and it continues. But the point is, why is the Lord going to bring this judgment? Because of the wickedness that is upon the face of the earth. So continuing, it says, even a grievous whirlwind, it shall fall grievously upon the head of the wicked. The anger of the Lord Yahweh shall not return until he have executed. So what is the Lord going to execute? The Lord is going to execute judgment. Okay? The anger of the Lord, meaning he's not going to calm down. He's not going to return from his anger until he has appeased his wrath. And he has already set the ways that he's going to appease his wrath, and that's by death, pain, suffering. All right? And those are going to come in the form of judgments. All right? So it says here, until he have performed the thoughts of his heart. And we know the thoughts of his heart pursuant to Amos 3:7, because he told us. He told us that it is his will to thus saith the Lord. Right? Anybody that does this is the judgment that's coming. I shall bring plagues upon Egypt as before. That's what the Lord said. So those are the intents of his heart. And it's ultimately going to end with the destruction of this place. But a big part of that horror is going to be the internal violence. Okay, the internal violence and danger and nastiness that's going to take place before this place ultimately goes down. And like they were saying, real quick, like I started off talking about the farmers, they're telling you that, look, you're going to start seeing very high price increases, okay? Maybe 15%, 20%, maybe 50% on certain items come this fall. So if you want to, like Apostle Star said, if you can, you could buy a few extra things, stock up a little, sure, go ahead. But if you want to do it, you better start doing it soon. Because if you say I plan to do it, but I'm gonna wait a bit, hey, that's all. I mean, ultimately you do what you do, but based on what those farmers are saying, that time is very near where those prices are gonna start bumping up, and who knows what inflation is gonna look like at that time. Okay, in a month from now, in 2 months from now, the Fed is lying to you. The Fed is coming out, oh, everything is going to be fine, and we're going to do this, and this is definitely going to bring inflation. No, their job is to come and soothe your mind. Their job is to come and calm your nerves so you can get caught even more off guard. And you know how they're going to escape? Wow, we did not see that coming. Damn, well, that's just what it is, and it's gone. That's how they're going to react. That's their way out. Their way out ain't going to be, in retrospect, we should have done the other thing instead. They're just gonna say, and now, I guess that's just what it is, right? So Jerome Powell with inflation, you hike the interest rates, and this was supposed to not bring a recession, but quell inflation. But it seems that the inflation numbers are up. And he gonna look at you. They are, aren't they? I mean, wow. Yeah, that's crazy. You know, what are we gonna do about it? Well, I mean, the numbers say what they say. So we're gonna have to do what we gonna do what we gotta do. All right, they're not here to help you. They're here to help themselves. Just because, you know, see, people don't understand how the Federal Reserve was set up, what its goal is, and what its plans to accomplish those goals are. And because they don't understand that, they think the Federal Reserve is here to help you. You actually think that these elites are here to help you. Help you do what? Become free from them? Help you do what? Make them lose money? Help you do what? They're here to help you accomplish their agenda. But if you think that they're here to bail you out and do whatever it takes to deliver you, you got it all wrong. You got it all wrong. So you start rethinking that. Jeremiah 23:20, the anger of the Lord shall not return until he have executed, till he have performed the thoughts of his heart, meaning his mind. In the latter days, ye shall consider it perfectly. And that's what's going on. People right now are considering it. At least those that have more than half a brain are considering, yo, all right, I think I'm starting to see what's going on now. Well, I think it was the Angry Prepper who said it. He said, look, I must admit that, you know, these Hebrew Israelites, you know, I don't agree with everything they say, but they did say it. You know, they did say these things are happening, and they're happening. But people get so caught up in their emotions. The Hebrew Israelites, they're a hate group. Okay, cool. But when we tell you famine is coming, guess what? It's coming. You may haters all you want, but that's not going to stop you from starving. You're going to starve. You best believe that. You're going to starve, because it doesn't matter if you have food now. It doesn't matter if you stocked up. The Most High is going to determine who eats and who doesn't. Don't you know that the Lord can say, you can have somebody that says, you know, look, you got scoffers that watch our videos as well. You got scorners, scoffers, people that fell out the truth. You got all these people that watch our videos, because when they can tune in without, if they don't say anything on the comment board, you'll never know who watched. So they can tune in, watch, see, and realize, yo, you know what? Yeah, I was talking shit, but man, the shit they're saying, look, let me actually grab some of this, you know what I mean? Let me grab that dope. You know, let me grab a little bit extra here and stock up here a bit, because you know what? I may be a scoffer, but I'm not stupid, so let me grab a little something. And they'll watch the videos and they'll say, yeah, you know what? Maybe I'll put something like this to the side, right? Thinking that's all right, I'm gonna do that and be cool. The Lord might put the spirit on you not to do it. But say that a wicked individual does that, and in their minds they're thinking, all right, well, now I'm good again. You know, I stocked up a bit. I got 3 to 6 months worth of food. I'm good. Now, you don't realize that the Lord can say, cool, famine time is here. You thinking, all right, now let me dig into my stockpile. You go and open one of the covers, and you know there's supposed to be rice in here. Then the other one is supposed to be beans, and the other one's supposed to be whatever it's supposed to be. And you open the first one and you see maggots. And you open the second one and you see rats. And you open the third one and you see frogs. You realize the Lord can do that, right? and the Most High tell you, look, I said you're not going to eat. Nigga, like, what do you think this is? Like, a famine is... If the Lord says many are going to die of perishing, if the Lord deliberately wants to take you out by starvation, that's exactly what's going to happen to you. You can have all the food you want, and the Lord will say, no, nigga, you're going to starve. Turn that rice into maggots. Turn that beans into rats, and turn that... Because he can do that. Now what? You gonna eat maggots and rats, live rats, and freaking toads and frogs? I mean, you may, if you're hungry enough, you might try, but maybe you might close it and then try to reconsider. And the next time you come, you open it and it's empty. And Lord's like, yeah, shit, you crazy as hell. You know, so don't. There's no escaping the hand of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. What he says goes. So your best bet is that you're accounted as one of those that the Lord said, my servant shall eat. Because, like, on the flip side of that, if the Lord says you're going to eat, that means that you can go have an empty pot, close it, pray over it, open it, and food is in there. Because he said you're going to eat. So however he's going to make you eat, he's going to make you eat. All right. Let me see if I finished off on here. All right, there we go. So finished on that. Let's move on to the next one. And ultimately, this is why it's so key to have these scriptures within you. You know, not just knowing them, but believing these words and having it in your spirit. Because when you truly believe these words, that's when the real comfort is going to come. Because when you read the scriptures, you may have knowledge of certain things, but if you don't believe it, you won't have comfort in it. Right? What's a good example? Let's take a trust fall. Trust fall, for example, right? If you are on a high area, somebody tells you, yo, fall, I'll catch you. Two things are going on here, right? You know that they told you, fall and I'll catch you. That you know already. That's the information you know. But do you believe it? That's what's going to determine whether you actually are comfortable falling or not. It's not just whether you know that somebody's there willing to catch you. It's, do you believe it? Right? If you tell somebody, yo, fall back, I'll catch you. If they don't believe you, they're either not going to fall back or they're not going to be comfortable doing it. But if they believe you, before you even finish talking, they're already throwing themselves back at you. Right? So it's the same thing when you read the scriptures. You may know the information, but do you believe it? If you believe it, then it's worth something to you. But if you don't, all right, you may know the Lord says, hey, my servants are going to be taken care of. You're going to be protected. You're going to be shielded. You know that. If you believe it, you ain't going to have no fear. You'll move freely knowing, look, my house is empty as shit, but I'm happy. I'm comfortable because I believe that the Lord is going to feed me. I know it and I believe it. But if you read it and you just know it and you teach it, but inside you have doubt, you're gonna be likely to break and go running down to Egypt for help, because you're gonna say, yeah, the scriptures say the Lord's gonna feed us, but damn, the second that but comes in, that's a problem. The scriptures say the Lord is going to. That's all you need to know. But there shouldn't be a but. The Lord said He's gonna do this, but my house is currently empty right now. Like, oh my gosh, what? Yeah, it's a good one too. This is GMS Spiritual Arc, Hebrews 11:6. But without faith, it is impossible to please Him. For he that cometh to God, to the Most High, to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, must believe that He is, and that He is a rewarder of them that diligently seek Him. There you go. The Lord is going to reward you if you diligently seek Him, so that you can continue to diligently seek Him. All right? So you got to believe these scriptures. So this is the book of Psalm 94:1. It says, O Lord, power. Salakia. All right. So it says, O Lord, power, to whom vengeance belongeth. O power, to whom vengeance belongeth, shew thyself. Lift up thyself, thou judge of the earth. Render a reward to the proud. And that's exactly what the Lord is getting ready to do, because we need that. There's too much order. Salakia. There's too much out of orderness and chaos that's out here. And that's why the Lord is going to bring that destruction, man, because everything here is out of course, man. I saw a post of they talking about drag queen shows. You got little kids and you got these things walking around in provocative clothes. Look, you got to ask yourself, right? Hold on a second. At what age would you allow would you allow your little child to be exposed to that kind of stuff? Wouldn't you cover their eyes? What happened to the world where parents cover the eyes of their children when inappropriate things are being shown? Right? And now you're saying that simply because of inclusivity, you're now going to expose the minds of these children to shit like this? Where you going to have them putting money inside of the Speedos or the underwear of something? What? This place is completely out of order. This is why this place has to go. This is why the bad things are happening. And this is why they got to continue to happen. Okay? That's a beautiful thing that the Lord is bringing that over here, man, because this shit is bugged the hell out. And I'm fair warning. All right? Fair warning, man. You know, unless this summer starts out in complete chaos, you know, and maybe even then, you're going to see a lot of provocatively dressed women. Because one thing I've noticed is over the summer is like especially after this demic, every year the way the women dress becomes more and more revealing. And I really noticed that, especially now, especially on their quote unquote birthdays or outings, they don't even wear clothes. You'll see a chick wearing a mesh looking attire with nothing under. Nothing under. You can literally see her body, and she ain't got, it's just or a chick wearing a dress that covers, you know, her breast, a big portion of her breast is out, but the straps cover only her nipples. And she's not a stripper. She's a regular chick just out there in the world, going about, walking in the street. Like that's not clothing. You're not clothed. They walk around in underwear and shit. You know, that's not clothing. But every year it gets worse and worse and worse. And guess what? This year ain't gonna be any different until the Lord brings that judgment. All right? But man, I'm just throwing that out there, man, because yeah, majority of it do be Jake women. You know, wearing these what they call biker shorts, which is like tights, right? Like yoga pants tights, and you got different colors and shit, but it's shorts, right? Cut off like a little above the knee, tight ass, and you know what I'm saying? Like their whole camel toe and I mean shit. You like, yo, what the fuck? And then they'll wear that with some tight ass sports bra, some freaking tank top, or you know, that type of shit. Just revealing, just walking about because it's hot. It being hot does not mean take off your clothes and run outside. Okay, at least cover yourself up at least. But I'm just saying, and a lot of these women have men. That's wicked because naturally, right? Real talk, naturally a man is designed to have desire onto a woman, right? Based on what he sees, right? You see she got curves. There's a certain body that you see and it's attractive to you because instinctively the way a man is designed, that is what attracts you. Like when you see a woman, her beauty, her hair, her body, her figure, her voice, her smell, these outward things that you observe, they're, you know, attracting factors, right? So if a woman is dressed in a way where it exposes those things, you now, yeah, butt crack leggings, yeah, them shits. And you got to ask yourself, hold on, why the hell why are manufacturers making clothes like this? But anyway, these women have men, and they know that when they dress like that, men who don't have self-control, they'll see that shit and, oh shit, yo, shorty, come in. And then they're not even gonna think, yo, you know, shorty got a man, she might have a man, let me just chill. Because instinctively, they're just gonna see ass or see body and oh shit, what's that? And that's going off because you got a lot of women that cause men to have adulterous thoughts in their minds, knowing that these women have men because of the way they're dressing and deliberately walking and deliberately doing these things, right? So especially when the sun, the heat, you know, the summer comes, just be aware that where you on the train, when you out walking about, wherever you are, it's likely and man, if you in a mall, shit, that's all you're gonna be seeing. So just have your mind, you know, right and prepared, knowing that, look, this shit, the Lord's about to bring judgment on these women anyway, you know. But it's likely that a lot of them have men, but they're purposely dressing like that. So you got to be able to, you know, keep your mind in check. Okay. And here it is. You see that kind of behavior, and then you know, you think in your head, does this individual even have a clue as to what's getting ready to happen? You realize that you go to a mall, you go to a public area, you walk by the corner, you dressed all scantily and, you know, like a prostitute or whatever, and you got dudes on the corner that looking at you, right? And you might have some guy who in his head, he's in his mind just like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's barely holding on, and he's contemplating in his head, how much jail time will I get if I go and grab this woman up right now? Because shit, I might just risk it for the biscuit. You know, so there's actually, it sounds funny, but it's real talk. You got certain people that are just barely holding on to not doing nothing. Cool. What you think is gonna happen if you happen to walk past this guy and then it's getting late and the lights just go off all of a sudden, and this guy just thinks in his head, yeah, nah, this is my opportunity, and maybe he knows in his mind that shit is getting bad. I forgot where it was. I think it was in Michigan. They said that the cops ain't gonna be arriving to every single incident because of gas. So he's thinking, damn, cops ain't coming. The lights are out. Ain't nobody, man, fuck this shit. Because look, yeah, sexually deprived shit. Yep, that's right. So you going what are you gonna do? You're gonna make yourself a target. You're gonna put a big giant target on your back. Because now if you weren't on his radar, you damn sure are now. And now he's thinking he got opportunity. He's thinking the lights out, chaos is going forth. People are running here and there. Who's gonna stop to say, yo, what you doing, my man? And then with all the hell going on, you're gonna have buildings set on fire, and there's gonna be a lot of screams. So who's gonna hear your scream while it gets drowned out by the sound of the chaos and all these things going on? You gotta think about these things, man. Think about it. But continuing in Psalm 94, it says here, verse 3, Lord, how long shall the wicked triumph? Okay, which ultimately it's not going to be for long. The scriptures say that. I believe it's in the book of Proverbs or Job, that the triumphing of the wicked is but for a moment. Right? It's short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. And the ultimate wicked is Esau, Edom. And these devils are so proud. You got this demon, what was it, Noah Yuval Harari, I think that's his name. Man, that dude, man, he's gonna be remembered in the kingdom. All right, we gonna all, that nigga, you got him on your plantation? Shit. Let me get my fire whip. But they're so proud, they think that they're gonna succeed. He said it out his own mouth. He said that he said if we're able to succeed at this, which we have a very high chance of succeeding, right? Then we'll go beyond the God of the Bible. What? The Most High is infinite. How do you go beyond the God of the Bible? See, that shows you how retarded these devils are, because he just, in his mind, he's limiting the Most High, thinking, the Most High, all he can do is just create and create organic things. But we're going to go and take it a step further. These guys are so, but you know what? The Lord is doing that for us to witness how powerful he is, because you look at it and you say, wow, the Most High has deceived you that much that you have the pride to come out and say these things. The fact that he's speaking like that, just what? It confirms the scriptures. It confirms it. Matter of fact, we're gonna get to that. Verse 4, how long shall they utter and speak hard things, and all the workers of iniquity boast themselves? And that's exactly what he was doing. And that's exactly what they do. All right? And that's not, look, man, that's not going, deliver you. Because I mean, these Edomites, they don't got deliverance anyway, but you got a lot of our people that are falling for that. And that's only going to bring heavy destruction upon you. We're living in a time of, and we know it. We know it. There's no doubt in our minds that what's getting ready to come is going to be filled with death and destruction. Okay, there's no doubt about that. But the thing is that a lot of these people, they're seeing these things and they're still skeptical in their minds. They're still thinking, well, maybe this might not be what we think it. Yo, where's this guy at, man? I'm losing them parking spots over here, man. What's up with these guys? They're thinking that yeah, I mean, you guys are saying this, but that's a little extreme. You know what I'm saying? That's a little extreme. I don't think it's gonna get that bad. Yo, the elites in their plans as to why they're doing this, read Georgia Guidestones. They want to have a mass decrease of the world population, and the Most High also says, look, I'm bringing death, pain, and sorrow. Okay, yeah, this is a good one. Virgin Islands, Straight Gate, Isaiah 10 and 15. Shall the axe boast itself against him that heweth therewith? Or shall the saw magnify itself against him that shaketh it, as if the rod should shake itself against him that lifteth up, or as if the staff should lift up itself, as if it were no wood. Yeah, you know what? Hold on a second. These guys are tripping on me right now. I don't want to come sweep. I'm gonna take my spot. Salaki, just give me 1 second. Bear with me while I make sure I don't miss out on this parking spot right here. Dudes don't want to come on time. Make us miss some spots. We ain't doing that. All right, but anyway, as I was reading the scripture, yeah. So they don't realize that the Most High is really using them, okay, to do these things, and they think that this is of them. The technology they have, the scientists, the ideology, the ideas, the agenda, the Most High. It's the Most High's, okay. It's all it all belongs to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, okay. So let me keep reading on here. And it says back in Psalms 94 and verse 5, it says, they break in pieces thy people, O Lord, and afflict thine heritage, which they do, all right? And they do it through their policies. They do it through the way they've set up the system. They do it through, systemic racism, through oppression, through captivity, which we're in, through adhesion contracts. And ultimately, they're going to do it on a mass scale through Jacob's trouble. And it says, they slay the widow and the stranger, and murder the fatherless. Yet they say, the Lord shall not see, neither shall the power of Jacob regard it. And here's the thing about it, is that in this time, the Lord is going to regard it, but after those that he has appointed to die are dead. There are people that are appointed to death, and there are people that are appointed to life. And those that are going to survive this are going to be those that are appointed to life, and the rest are appointed to death. And matter of fact, now's the time to be happy. Be happier than you've ever been. Even if you're in debt, even if whatever situation you're in, no matter how hard it is right now, look, what you're seeing now is an escape out of that. Okay? You're seeing an escape out of that. There's actually a scripture. If it comes back to me, I'll get it. But this is an escape out of that, because the Lord is getting ready to take this place out. So everything you may be seeing now is temporary, and it's all going down. And the beautiful thing about it is the Lord has blessed us to know and understand what's actually happening and what's going to happen next. So we have time to prepare. And also, the Lord has given us the exact way how we're supposed to prepare, right? The Lord has showed us exactly what we are supposed to do in order to be prepared for these times that we're coming in. He gave us the warning, right? He gave us time. He gave us instructions. So he set us up perfectly. Now we just got to watch how the show goes on. Just give it just a little bit more time and watch how the Lord brings this place down. It says here, verse 8, understand ye brutish among the people, and ye fools, when will ye be wise? He that planted the ear, shall he not hear? He that formed the eye, shall he not see? He that chasteneth the heathen, shall not he correct? He that teacheth man knowledge, shall not he know? And you got to understand that, look, the Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai is in control of everything. Every single thing. Every thought that comes into your mind. All right? Even up until you walking and hitting your toe on the corner of a door or some shit. The Lord is in control of everything. And he does everything for a reason. All right? But that's why, when the Lord has these things happening, you got to pray unto the Lord, and you got to let him do it, because remember, these things that are happening, we're not the ones in control of it. We didn't start it, so we can't finish it. So the Lord is the one who's starting it by putting the ideology, the mindset into these devils to do what they're doing. So there's nothing we can do but to trust in the Lord and allow him to finish it. If the Lord starts something, you got to let the Lord finish it. Okay? So guess what? The Lord got these famines coming. He got them setting up these pestilences as he prophesied. He got all these things, the blackouts, the collapse. And if you pay attention to how the announcements come as time moves on, they tell you one thing about a week ago, about a month ago, then a week later or a month later, they'll come and tell you something worse about the same thing. Right? They'll tell you, oh, inflation is going to peak next week. Right? Then they'll come back and say, oh, never mind, we're going into hyperinflation next week. Because as the days move forward, the forecast changes for the worse. So even if they tell you, oh, it's looking like a dark winter, if they tell you that right now, know that in your mind it's going to be worse in a couple of weeks when they come and retell you the new update. Oh, okay, I'm going to need to look into that. Right? Brother said I heard Ohio's in a blackout now. And remember that they do, the reason that is because they do it in gradualism or do it through gradualism. So if they know that, all right, we're going to ultimately shut the power out completely, they're probably not going to come and tell you that. They'll probably start off and tell you, oh, because of how things are looking, we're going to have brownouts. Then after that, they'll tell, oh, it's getting even worse. It's leading to blackouts. And then they might suddenly tell you, oh, there was some unexpected thing that happened, and now we have a grid shutdown. See, that's how it's because it's step by step by step to get to the end goal, to the destination. So continuing, it says here, verse 11, the Lord knoweth the thoughts of man, that they are vanity. Blessed is the man whom thou chasteneth, O Lord, and teachest him out of thy law, which is the scriptures. And that's why it's so important for us to teach these scriptures. Okay? Just as it was important, see, you got to think about it like this. When you first came into the truth, just as it was important for you to have videos to watch and be able to ask questions and learn, well, now you got to return the favor. And you know, do that for somebody else. Because if that wasn't done for you, how would you get this knowledge? And it wasn't done for free. When you go to work at a new place and they train you and you go through orientation until you finally learn how to actually do the job, they didn't train you just because they like to train people. They trained you so that you can learn how to do the job. So what? You can do the job, and at some point you might have to end up training somebody else. See? So when you come into this truth and you learn, you know, and you're taught and you grow and you get to the point where you can now do the works, you're not taught. The Yahushua said the harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. You're not being taught just because we just like to, you know, you're being taught so you can come and join the labor and you can teach. Okay? Because now you're going to need to pay back that teaching. You're going to need to pay back the food that you got. And you either pay it back with your service or the Lord's going to take your life. So it says here, verse 13, that thou mayest give him rest from the days of adversity. See? So I'm going to read verse 12 again. Blessed is the man whom thou chasteneth. Why? Because when the Lord chastens you, he puts you on a correct path. And the pain of chastisement is better than the suffering of adversity, or the suffering of destruction. Would you rather be slapped in the back of your head so you can stay on the right path? Or would you end up going on the wrong path and getting shot? Right? So it says, blessed is the man whom thou chasteneth, O Lord, and teachest him out of thy law, that thou mayest give him rest from the days of adversity. Okay? So the things what we're going through now is going to give us rest in the days of adversity that we are in right now. How are we going to survive? Proverbs 18:10. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and are safe. So if we know that there's a tower, right? And if the righteous run into it and are safe, well, then what's your goal? Well, I want to be righteous. Because I know that if I can be righteous, then I can run in there and I can be safe. So it says, for thou, Lord, Salakia, that thou mayest give him rest from the days of adversity, until the pit be digged for the wicked. For the Lord will not cast off his people, neither will he forsake his inheritance. And that shows by the Lord delivering his elect, because through his elect, the rest of the nation is going to make it through, is going to be delivered. Through the Lord's elect, he shows that he is not forsaken his nation. Because how is all Israel going to be saved? Through the Lord. They're going to come through the loins of the Lord's elect. It says here, verse 15, but judgment shall return unto righteousness, and all the upright in heart shall follow it. All right, so I'm going to actually cut it short on there. And I have one more precept that I wanted to hit. But hey, like the brother said, okay, I believe another brother confirmed it about the Ohio and blackout in Ohio. You know, so Lowell and I'll also look into that after this lesson. You know, but things are happening. All right, things are definitely happening, and the Lord is definitely, you know, putting in this work over here. You know, we can't wait, all right, for the time of seriousness to happen. It's too much unnecessary giggling and mirth and a very soft, irritating spirit, you know, that's out here. It's a prideful, arrogant, irritating spirit. You know, and it's that spirit of like, you'll see certain videos of these alternative lifestyle advocates and alternative lifestyle. I mean, I don't even know what level they're on now. You know, they're like on Super Saiyan 3 with that shit. You know, talking about, you don't understand. You're not listening. You know, a chicken is assigned a sex at birth, but does a chicken have gender identity? You're not listening. What's wrong? What is wrong? Man, golly, man. But I mean, there's so much. Hey, we just thank the Lord for the patience, man. You know, for the patience. So this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 2 verse 11, because it's frustrating, and it's frustrating what they're saying, but what's even more frustrating is the fact that that's even a conversation. Why does somebody need to have a conversation about a chicken having gender identity? Why is that a conversation? Why do we have to discuss that? And how in the world does that even turn into a debate? and that's why it shows you where the mindset of the world is, because if go back to the ancient world and explain to somebody that, in the future, you're going to have problems in the world, and the kinds of conversations people are going to be having is going to be whether a chicken is a male, or if it's a female, or if that's based on what the chicken wants to identify as. Okay, brother said, it's true, I'm in Cleveland, Ohio, and we have no lights. Let me finish this video. I'm gonna go take a look. All right, so then it looks like they're already starting with it. But hey, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Barakatham to all you, brothers and sisters that are over there or in any parts that are affected. May the Lord protect you and provide for you. And remember, just have the faith. It's going to be uncomfortable in certain situations, but, just rejoice in the fact that, hey, prophecy is moving on, so don't worry. The Lord got y'all backs. Lord willing, he got all of our backs. Let's keep going. So 2nd Ezra, Ecclesiasticus chapter 2, verse 11. For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins and saveth in time of affliction. Okay? The Lord saves in time of affliction. So always remember that, because the times that we are in right now are the times of affliction. These are the times of trouble. And we're watching, as well as praying, but it pretty much looks like we're at that point. We're at that point where the Lord is getting ready to bring this judgment. And the question that a lot of people are going to now start to is first realizing what's happening. And after you realize what's happening, it's okay, how are we going to survive what's coming? Okay, how are we going to survive what's coming? And for some, that's a spirit, 144. Barakatha Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. The car that just passed had a license plate said 144. That's the spirit. Oh, shoot, another one, 144. Oh, what the hell? Hey, back to back? Okay. Hey, Brakathay, how about Shem Yahushai? You know, that's 2 cars right there that just back to back, 144 on the line. This one got it too? No? All right. We'll take 2. 2's good. 2's good. But yeah, man, that's the spirit, you know. So, you know, remember that like the scriptures say, the Lord saveth in the time of affliction. Gonna have me staring at these license plates now. You know, he saves in the time of affliction. All right, so have the faith in our power, you know, and in the times that we're in, when these people start to realize, yo, we need to go into survival mode. For some, it's gonna be too late. But for the elect, it's gonna be just right on time. So trust in Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. They have been with us, delivered us, you know, all the way taking care of us up until now. And if the Lord wanted to kill you, and if he wasn't dealing with you, you wouldn't be here right now. All right? So have the faith in the Lord. Keep the faith. Stay ready. Stay watching, because we're in that time. All right? Have a strong mind and just prepare for whatever it is you're going to have to go through. But have the mindset that whatever it is, you're going to have to go through it and get it done. There's only one way to the kingdom, and if you know that way, then the only thing that's left is for you to go through it. Okay? The word fair is another way of saying go through it. Hey, so there you go. That's right. So anyway, with that, I'm going to end it here. Lord willing, that was edifying to the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodesh. Until next time, Shalom.